I don't know if there's one specific time, but definitely I've seen students who will take leadership positions and jump into those service opportunities, not necessarily in an organized fashion, but just watching some of my friends doing things without being asked, or when something needs to be done, they'll stand up and do it without even thinking really. So I think just in general at the university, seeing students act without having to be asked.
I think that our campus community is really excited about service, that especially through our day of service where we go out into the community and really make a difference, representing the University of Mary and the very aspect of service of what we find so important.
We have a group of students that go out every month to the Youth Correctional Center, and we just spend an evening once a month with students who, for a variety of reasons, are incarcerated. That one's really heart-rending. You see students who really have gotten a rough start or handed a rough deal and haven't done well with what they were given. And so I see students lining up. That's actually one of the favorite things for students to do, is to go to the Youth Correctional Center.
But there's lots of groups. I know even within the sciences, we've had, there's a group that does stuff for the community. They go out into the schools and perform science experiments and try to get people excited about science. So
last year when there was the fire, the school sent out like a message saying, if you don't have any place to stay, you can stay at the United Tribes. And I mean, as a community, that's already like very kind of them to like offer that to the University of Mary. But what really stuck out to me is that not many people ended up staying there just because they had friends, or like I heard even some faculty members were just so giving and just wanted to help anyone, like all the students out, so that they didn't have to stay, so that they had somewhere to stay. And so that, I think, really showed me that like this school and this community just has this like love of service. It's just like the backbone of it.
We've got students who go on off-campus retreats, and so we take our faith and we share it. We go into the parishes around the diocese, and they're just doing that because they want to. There's no pay or reimbursement for that.
Most of the time it's physical service, helping others. One time with my scout troop, we weeded an elderly gentleman's lawn for him. He didn't really have money to do lawn care and whatnot, so we went there one evening and we pulled weeds and we mowed for him and weeded his rock flower bed.
Service seems to be almost like instinctual around campus. Like I remember the most recent was when we were all getting ready to move out after spring semester, and we were going through all our stuff, and we were just trying to get rid of mostly like clothes. We had so many clothes, and all the girls were like, just get together, and we gathered like 20 bags of clothes that we didn't need anymore, ended up giving them the Seeds of Hope, which is a charity that helps out women in need. So
there's a lot of times where I work with events and I'm setting up certain events and I need help, and there's a lot of kids. Some of the kids have been asked to help, so they'll come and for a service group they'll help and get their service hours in or help. But there's been a few times where I'll see kids who have not been asked but just see that there's a need and they need to help, so they'll volunteer and they'll just step right in and help without even being asked.
the athletes I've been really impressed by. They've had them do a lot of service for various meals that get or events that are here. They have to serve the faculty or serve the people that come.
The first day I came on campus, I never walked alone. It was an amazing thing to me. So every meeting I went to, somebody was standing outside the door afterwards and took me to the next place. And it gave me just this feeling of being cared for. And so maybe that's service to me, one person caring for another.
It's easiest to help others with the physical activities, helping the poor, helping the needy. But also a very necessary way of service is prayer. A way that we can help others when in times of need is just praying for them. Very little can be done for the people that are around the world from us, but prayer is a very, very integral part of our community here, but it's very necessary to help those that are a little less accessible to help physically.
As a faculty member, I also see it as being emphasized through evaluation for promotion, services considered. And so the university emphasizes it not only in the work of faculty, but also in the lives of faculty and students.
Even helping a student with homework or another student-to-student interaction, I really love the connection that the faculty makes with the student. The student is seen as an important part of the classroom, and that those relationships are sincerely important to them, and that serving them is a large part of what they're called to do here.
I see a lot of faculty attending Mass, whether it be daily Mass or on the weekends. I think that's definitely a great example, especially when they bring their families. That's very enjoyable. Also, just the willingness to help students. I've experienced a lot of professors who, even when it's not particularly their office hours or a usual meeting time, they're still willing to help out students and definitely even reach out to students.
It's all the behind the scenes work, prepping for prayer day, our vocation jamboree, the day of service, even the masses, just like seeing all that behind the scenes work. Everyone wants to be doing something to play their part in it, and that brings a lot of happiness to be seeing everyone wants to be doing something for the university.